Hello everyone, it's me, Coffee Stitcher. It is Sunday, as always. Here's my video. How was everybody's week? Awesome, that's really good to hear. I bought some of the, and I'm probably going to pronounce this incorrectly, I think it's Khalifa. It's the company that does the almond milk products. They had cold brew Ethiopia Yirgacheffe in small bottles, so I bought one. It's very good. I added milk to it because I like milk with my coffee. So how was everybody's week? Awesome. That's really good to hear. So it's probably going to be another short video. Don't have a lot. We've got some whip updates. I think a little bit of Q&A, but no haul this week. I'm expecting some next week, probably. But I will also say there's a chance there will not be a video next week. We're supposed to go out of town on Saturday. I don't know if we're going to come back on Saturday or if we're going to come back Sunday. If we come back Saturday, then I may have a video, but most of my Saturday stuff is, like, grocery shopping is going to get shoved to Sunday. So there may not be one. If there's not, don't be alarmed. I do have the 4th of July off, which is a Wednesday, so I may try to do the video then. But we'll see. Who knows? If not, it may just be the first week in July. So, my laptop didn't charge, so I'm going to have to use my tablet to get my questions. So forgive me for not looking at the screen directly through all of this. And really, there's only one question, and that is from Grace Patain. She says, I see so many beautiful fabrics being used by so many stitchers, and I was wondering where to shop for them. Who would you recommend? And my, that's interesting. That didn't give me all the... Huh. It's not loading all my... Well, that's weird. Okay. So anyhow, back to Grace's. I really love Under the Sea Fabrics. She has a regular line. She also has a Fabric of the Month. So I highly recommend Under the Sea Fabrics. I really love... Ship's Manor, Eric, he does orphans now. He doesn't, I think he's only got 2 or 3 regular colors. And then, but everything else he dyes is one-offs, and he's also got a Fabric of the Month. I have not tried Color and Cotton yet. I want to, but I have not, but her colors look really pretty. Hand Dyed by Stephanie has some nice fabrics, but her turnaround time is not the greatest. I think she's now, like, Under the Sea is about a 3 to 4 week turnaround generally. It looks like Steph's up to like a 6-week turnaround. So those are the hand dyers that I like. I also really like Picture This Plus in terms of like the more commercial groups. And then Paya Purita, I'm not going to try that last name. I think it's Vertanian, maybe? Asks, on 25 count fabric, how many strands of floss do you use over one? I've never used it. I think it's primarily used for Hades, and I've always read that it's 2 over 1 tenth stitch, but don't quote me for that, because I've never used it, and I'm not a Heaven and Earth Designs fan. And I think that was actually all the Q&A. Thank you to everyone who watched and supported my video about Witchelt. Surprisingly, out of the 1,200 reviews, only 6 thumbs down, probably from people who didn't like what I was saying. And to those people I say, pfft. I mean, really, it's damn cross-stitch pattern. Come on, people. Alright, so I guess we'll jump into my whip update. So I was working on my Work That Whip, which is the Woodland Fairy. Whoop, 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 we've got floss doing its thing. It's Woodland Fairy. And that's where I stopped at. So she's coming along really well. So I'm looking forward to going back to her next month. This is on Enchanted Forest by Under the Sea Fabrics. So, and in 3 days' work, I filled in a lot. I filled in this. So there was a section there. I finished all this, and I started in over here. So, next month I'll keep working on the dress. Until and we'll just work on her 3 days a month until she's done. Then it was time for Zodiac from Cloud's Factory. So that's what I worked on. And I had kind of a slow week. I had a couple of days. It wasn't my late week, but I had a couple of days where I got home a little later than anticipated, and I was just, in general, a little on the tired side. And I think I didn't really like this particular month as well. It's much cuter after I finished it, but stitching it, I just was not feeling it. So it was Cancer. So, and again, this shows up much better in person than it does on these videos. So there's Cancer. I added the red eye to Jupiter because for some reason it was not in the original chart. But there it is. So this is on Whimsical Winter by Under the Sea Fabrics. There's the full sort of thing. Like I said, again, it shows up so much better in person than it does on here. Which is sad. Not sad that it shows up better in person, just sad that you can't see how actually really cool it looks. It does tend to show up, I think my Instagram photos tend to catch it a little better, but it just does not seem to want to film properly. And then I had my, on Wine and Whips, continuing to work on the books. So there's a little one, you can't really tell, it's only 3 rows wide, but there's a book there and then a big book here. So I've only got a couple of more books left to go, and then the books will be done. So I'm looking forward to that. In terms of this week, I think I'm going to work on Farmhouse Christmas. I've pulled Longfellow out a time or two, and I've just not sort of wanted to do Longfellow. I'm on words now, and sometimes words, I'm like, yes, let's work words, and sometimes I'm like, no, I'm not feeling words right now. So I'm not in a word mood right now. That may change. So I'm pulling out Farmhouse Christmas. We'll see if that sticks. If not, who knows what I'll work on. So, anyhow, I think that's it for me for this week. Maybe see y'all next week. If not, it'll be the week after. And if I don't see you, have a happy 4th to all the USers.